What up, Amori? Sunny17, Rotten Clinker, hello! Subject P7 in Moani, hi. 12-ounce Sprite, what's up, dude? Enzo, RBK, didn't see you there, you were the first one. Hi. Bovine Appreciator, Arch Bonnie, 76, Constantinople 2, Krixel, NG, hi, how are you doing? Hi, Omicron, LOL. Meow Meow, 3627, hi. Torcan 20, Fat for Survival, hi, how's it going? Christnar, Tricky the Clown 2002, Amethyst 98, Monogrand, and Pia Bitino, as well as Yami Yoshihara, Necrocut, and Fractale Circuits. Guys, how's it going? The gang's all here, right? Oops, I missed the last two streams. You didn't miss much. Last stream, my computer got too hot to play video games, and I just vanished immediately. So sorry about that, guys. I have a new water cooler on my CPU, but it's not working very good. Here, let's pull up Specky so you can kind of see it, watch it suck. I need to ask some questions to people who know how this shit works better than me. How do I get these numbers back down? Did I just buy a bad cooler? Did I install it wrong? Because, like, yeah, I'm up at 87C. That's a little much. Tard Saint, how's it going? Super Marsik, 67. Krinkels, it started talking to me, please help. I can't help you with that. Talk back, I guess. Scream at it. Be louder. Be the loudest person in the room. Don't let that thing charge you around. Swirlpiece, 54, hi. Moinol, BG, Explosive Derp. The Furry Egghead, hi. Yes, it's me. Tired as fuck, it's midnight, my neighbor decided to do his band practice and it's loud as fuck, I'm pissed. Oh, they're not very good at this, huh? Gradient Red and Blue, hi, how's your day going? Just printed out a poster of my MPN fan art, came out much better than expected, that's fucking love to see it. Was just about to go to sleep, good night everyone. Well, good night, thank you for dropping by for even a second, I appreciate that. Water cooler is more for the aspect rather than getting it cool, so I guess it's kind of normal, but maybe you were playing something poorly optimized. No, I was playing Total Chaos, and I've played it a lot before. It's just lately my CPU has been getting warmer and warmer and warmer, and I thought it was a failure of my liquid cooler, so I bought a new one, and it's still hot as shit. Like, look at this. I'm standing here doing nothing but streaming. That's something, but it's 75C for doing this is a little much. So I'm going to be asking people about liquid cooling solutions over the next week. That's for sure. Krinkels, buy a new PC. I can't afford a whole new PC. I just need a part. Can't just be buying new PCs willy-nilly. That's irresponsible. Let me send you bits so you can afford a new PC. Like, wait, what was causing the PC to shut down? It got too hot. It got too hot and auto shut down and would not turn back on, not on that day, because the cooler I had was not working effectively enough. So the cooler I have is working sort of. What pisses me off though is that it's supposed to be a nice cooler, so it's got this LED thing right on the chip and it says 23C. I'm like, that's a lie. Because it's like 75 degrees in there. Are you drawing a background? I sure am. Today I kind of wanted to stick some characters in this background, but first things first, let's get the background down. Wait, the 75 degrees you showed is in Fahrenheit? C. It's in C, centigrade. Igor, how's it going? Oh shit, 12-ounce Sprite. 35 stream streak. Jesus Christ, dude. Well, thank you very much for making the time to come visit these very slow-pitched streams. Hey everyone, I'm sick. What'd you get? Because I was sick the other weekend and it was miserable. Shit. 7 stream streak from Amethyst EK98. Thank you. You should start streaming on YouTube and Twitch. I don't know about that. People who follow me on YouTube follow me because I make cartoons. They don't want to see my face. The Furry Egghead on a 3 stream streak. Sup, that's awesome. Yemi Yoshihara with a 20 stream streak. That's fucking crazy, dude. You won't be staying long, but that's cool. You came, you tagged the wall, and you ran away, and I appreciate that. Oh no, my phone's vibrating. I should shut that bastard up. Oops, that's a bit louder. I'd watch on YouTube. I'm sure everyone in this chat would watch me on YouTube, but I feel like the people who follow me on YouTube aren't following me for this. You know, this is just an open window on the side of the workshop Krinkels that you may peek into and see what I'm up to. And not everyone's on board for that, and I get that. I have people who I watch their content, but I don't watch their streams, so I understand the wanting one, not the other. Who's my favorite YouTuber? I mean, there are YouTubers I watch, and some of them I get really, really hype about for a little while. Lately, I've been falling asleep listening to Queso play horror games because I really like the way they go about it. But if we're talking about like YouTubers that I actually pay attention to, you know, you got like Ross Scott. I love that guy. Mandalore Gaming, Civi 11. Civi 14. What the fuck is that? Civi 11. I like that guy a lot. He's funny as hell. To Snakerer, he's one that wins me over with his videos from time to time. Who is it that Pyrocynical? He made that video about Cruelty Squad that I thought was really, really good. Not so sure about the rest of that guy's content, but when he nailed that Cruelty Squad, it was good. Like, he really picked that shit apart in a way that I appreciated. In fact, I don't even know what Pyrocynical does like all the other times. I tried to like look at all his other stuff because, you know, you get there and you're like, oh boy, the Cruelty Squad guy, and then you look at his other videos and it's just not that. And I'm like, oh, never mind. I love watching Civi complain about Plutonia Experiment in Postal 3. He's right to complain about Plutonia Experiment. I remember being excited about that when I was younger. Like, oh boy, more Doom, and I didn't know why it was bad. And then, of course, years later, Civi explains why it's bad, and I feel vindicated. Absolute angry video game nerd moment. But yeah, Civi's a favorite. Ross Scott is a favorite for several reasons. The Accursed Farm guy. I like what he's doing for the Stop Killing Games. That shit is incredible work. And seeing pictures of him like rubbing shoulders with lawmakers and shit while he's getting this stuff done is incredible. Like, I don't know. It's inspiring. Like, he got a fucking hair up his ass about something and did it. Like, he did something about it, and I don't know, I got a lot of respect for that sort of behavior. And just sit around complaining, asking why doesn't anyone else handle it? He just got up and did it. It's fucking awesome. Why am I focusing so hard on that? I need to work on more broad things here. Because, like, ultimately, I started to kind of get an identity for this thing, and did this what I'm trying to do. Like, the visual identity for this is something I'm gonna try and chase down in tech stuff like Doom 3, because like the idea that I have is that I want these rooms to look like in Tech 3 stuff. Really strong normal maps, very, very deep black shadows, not a whole lot of ambient light. And like I said, the normal map's doing nearly all the work, because I find that to be, like, putting normal map labor out front like that is actually something that I needed to stop running away from. And like, I always felt it in my mind, like, oh, use them when you need it. No, use them constantly. They're awesome. Stop shying away. Normal maps are incredible. Put them on everything. Like, now that I'm really getting into materials, like, I don't know, I feel like I've learned a lot since Project Nexus finished. Like, just me running around in the yard trying to pick up pieces of Blender and work on it. You didn't know you could quick save between levels and it was such a pain to play. Dude, ouch. What a terrible experience with that. Oh shit, J-Boy Mario with the 3 stream streak. Dude, thank you very much for sticking around. And now you're a Blender expert. Yes, I am a Blender expert, sure. No, not really. See, like, I'm not even sure if I need to, like, put these little brackets on, because they look cool. They add some bulk to the parts where the pipes are married up, but, like, necessary? Not so sure. Krinkels, what's your favorite game genre? That's a tough one. That's a tough one, because lately I've been playing a lot of Xenonauts 2, which makes the answer to that question immediately turn-based tactical strategy, but I'm very picky about those games. The new XCOM games that came out did not scratch the itch. They were inferior in my mind. They didn't do it. It's too much Marvel shit. Too much, here are your heroes. They are named and they are awesome. You only get 5 of them, and if they die, you probably get them back. Like, I don't know, it wasn't for me. Happy Thursday, chat. How we vibing today? What's up, Tevon? How you doing? I just dropped $50 for a keychain and shirt. I have no regrets, and you have my thanks. Thank you very much for supporting. I hope they bring you joy. A nice bag of ice. That should sort all the problems. I mean, if I could, I would. I'm gonna head out. Gonna get some sleep for work. Bat BS, thank you for dropping by. No, these guardrails are not helping anyone. Mostly because, like, that's about the scale of a person. These things are there for reasons I don't understand yet. I like drawing things that don't make immediate sense to me. Just draw shit, man. Don't worry about if it's good enough. It's probably fine. Just draw. feel like these are details. They're just gonna piss me off. But, you know, the faster I do them, the faster they'll be done. Yeah, let's see where my PC's at. In fact, I got an idea. This might be kind of fun. Where is it? Capture, dynamic, capture screens, browser, display capture, window capture. There it is. Add source. No. No. Window. Spiky, there you are. Okay. We can do this. Ah, hell. I see what I did. Oops. God damn it. Fucking hell. There. Stay like that. Now, get rid of you. Try that again. And do it correctly. Easy. This one's going to be called Specky Temp. Specky Temp. Window. Alright, alright. Done. Now, filters, edit. Where's that crop at? Am I just wasting my time doing silly shit? I sure am. Let me move this. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be funny. There, that'll be fun. You can keep track of the heat damage in real time. Your RAM is so bad, I have 100 gigabytes. Oh shit, you got a nice round number of gigabytes. I am a little jealous of that. Colorful Carpet, subscribe to Tier 1 for 16 goddamn months. Drawing looks sick. Hope stream goes well. I just wanted to stop by and say hi. Thank you very much for doing so, Colorful Carpet. We'll see you around. What does RAM stand for? Random access memory, I understand. Real ass maker. Ah, I see. I was mistaken. How's it going, the real boy? I should get some sleep. I have to wake up very early tomorrow. Good luck with drawing as well as your PC. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. Thank you for dropping by, Rotten Clanker. I will always remember you. Can K or chat give constructive criticism? I'm not very good at constructive criticism because I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here. But I can give you praise. Looks pretty fucking cool. Thank you very much for sharing. I feel like when it comes to giving people constructive criticism, I have to intimately understand what you are trying to achieve. And I say that because the greatest strides in my own artistic career come from taking criticism from people who know what I'm aiming at, and you know, are able to calibrate what they say based on that. Because otherwise, you wind up with generalized advice like study anatomy and be sure to understand color theory and, you know, like iterative drawings every day. Like I'll tell you that all day because that shit will make you a better artist. But like as far as fine-tuning constructive criticism, I'm very scared of it. Madness Combat is peak. I would love a sequel series to it. I don't know if I'll ever be done with this in order to make room for a sequel. I'll be doing this until I'm buried. You guys have purchased so much merch that I am basically married to this series forever now. And for that, thank you. I do not mind running this story out. Madness Combat 2. The world will never see it coming. Yeah, Alicia in Nevada is correct. Explaining your art problem in great detail would be helpful. Another thing that would be helpful is when I still talk to people who like help me and guide my art and shit. They're also keenly aware of the kind of art I like. Because we'll share art and be like, wow, this is fucking cool. Or like we'll talk about the kind of art that got us like basically into it. It's hard to say that like this is the art that got me into it because that's ridiculous. But I remember being Diablo 1. Instruction manual artwork. The artwork in the Diablo 1 instruction manual I found to be so goddamn compelling because, like, you know, it came with a good game. And then you had all these cool ass drawings and you're just like, whoa, holy shit. Like, you don't know why they're good. You're like 12. You're just looking at art and being like, this is fucking rad. And you know, like it's highly compelling and absolutely informed the passion in me and told me I want to get good at line art, you know. So that's kind of where a lot of my criticisms fall in line. If you want good line art, do this. If you want good line art, do that, you know. So establishing the answer to what are you trying to do? Like, what kind of art are you trying to make? What do you want to get good at? Those are the questions you would really like to ask in order to avoid getting generalized advice of do iterative practices, study anatomy, study light and color, you know, because those things are important. Do all those things. But, like, you know, I'm running circles because I'm bad at words, but ask for specific advice, get specific answers. I want to make the blood splatters make sense, and I want to help with lights and shadows. That's my issue, I guess. Okay, so let's take a look back here. I see an attempt at shadows, I see an attempt at blood, but like, let's talk about what you're doing there with like this kind of like, it looks like you're using a very soft bristle brush or a softened brush here to give you like these real soft edges for blood. And in my experience, the best way to express blood is with nice sharp lines and as red as you could get. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, come out here, but like, you know, having spilled things before in your life, kind of think back to what like liquid falling on something might do. So like you got this kind of shape, it lands, and you get kind of like splat marks. And of course use your eraser to kind of help suss out these shapes. So like you got this, you got like pull that away a little bit. And don't be afraid to like erase and redraw and erase and redraw, but like, let's see if I can actually get this to look right. But like, you see how like I'm like erase here and you get these kind of like L-shaped nonsenses and then more dots. And the dots of course kind of like follow this idea I have where like a bunch of it is in one spot and then a little of it is further away because nothing falls even. Don't do, organic shapes can't be that even, at least when it comes to these messier, bloodier shapes. So like go ahead, just be real ramshackle with it, just lines all over the place. And mind your proportions. You have most of your proportions in one area, or most of your details in one area with just a few of them out here, you know? So that from a glance, it looks kind of, see, and like something I noticed here is that's a little long, as is this is a little bulky. So like, you know, pull some of this stuff out, maybe some more dots in there, something like that. And so you see how like a lot of it is here and a little of it is here, and if you're feeling saucy, you can put a little further out here, you know. I don't know if that's going to be very helpful, but like, that's generally where my mind goes when it comes to making blood splats. Avoid soft brushes, use nice sharp ones, and keep your pencil and your eraser on like hotkeys right under your two fingers, so you can just go draw, erase, and then that's how you get like, you know, favorable teardrop shapes. Sure, you could use the pressure tool to do like that. I find it to be a little difficult to get exactly how I want, so like I'll just draw like a chunk and then carve it into a triangle, and then, you know, pair it with some dots. So I hope that's useful. I really do. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that was over there. I hope that. Oh shit, Gabber Swag! 3 months in advance. Subscribe for 2 months. Krinkels Kawaii. How's it going? I will keep this in mind while drawing. The lights and shadows will look ass, but at least the blood will look good. Yes. Study one thing at a time. Shadows are a whole thing, and I'm kind of studying that myself because it's one thing to draw them well, but it's another thing to place the shadows well, like to have that kind of forethought. This intimidates me. I don't know how to light this, for example. So I couldn't use this as an example. I don't know where to put the light. So I'm just gonna keep drawing it and not think about it. What do y'all think about my drawing of Demos on Roblox? Wow, that's actually a drawing of Demos. Pretty cool. He's got some wide shoulders. Oh, he's a strong one. Wait, you saw me giving art advice yesterday? Is there my terrible advice is out there? Watchable when I'm not giving it? Gotta head out, unfortunately, too soon. I'm glad to check in once in a while and see what cool shit you've drawn. Have to sleep now, bye-bye. Thank you for dropping by, Moani, and stay fucking awesome. Would you be practicing archery if it was within your means? I'd be practicing archery if I couldn't shoot guns. I am a shooter recreationally. But ultimately, it's just the thrill of projectile weaponry. And if I were forbidden from firearms, I would be very good with archery. You're working on a horror survival story game. Would it be okay if I snuck some Madcom references in it? I mean, on its face, the way you're describing it doesn't sound like an issue. The reason why that question always kind of like strikes me as weird is you guys might remember from Mass Effect 3, I think it was, there was this whole controversy about BioWare, one of their artists just straight up asking someone from DeviantArt, hey, your art's really cute, can I involve it in my game? It's not a big deal or anything. And, you know, like this real, like, and I'm not even sure if this is true, but like it was some art of Tali, like, that they wound up doing and using all over their game. And I don't know, like, it just seems like so fucking plausible that like details would be hidden from the request, so I'm not even sure if I should say yes or no. But it sounds to me like, yeah, it's probably fine. Chat, thin blood or coagulated blood? Thirsty answer only. Shit. I like my blood nice and thick. Like ice cream flowing through my veins. This is delicious too. You're not allowed to say that. I mean, we put him in the Dracula fit. Is there anything of him? Yeah, I have to keep sending him back because they got the teeth wrong. Should be soon before I see him again. not so bad at all. In fact, I'm glad I did take the time. I'm really glad I took the time. It looks better. Man, I am in a good mood. The weather is better. I feel like I'm making a little better versions of progress at work. The cartoon's basically done. I gotta stick some posters on the wall while I wait for music. Things are pretty fucking good right now. Not excited about getting started on 13, but, you know, we'll deal with that when I get to it. It's just have, like, putting ideas to paper. It has been very humid. God, it's so good for the skin. Look at that. Look at that, I'm glowing. Finna used. That's rude. What a thing to say. Chat's in a rude mood today, huh? Okay, you're allowed to be in a rude mood. I'm sure there's been streams where I start them up and just scream at you guys. What's your line for gore in your own animations? With animators like Cian leaning heavy into the realism, how far are you willing to go? I generally keep it kind of like fantastical and spectacular. I absolutely understand the need for grislier stuff because it does stop the show and kind of force you to pay attention. But generally speaking, like, oh, you've seen how I animate my kills. There's the answer. I don't have, like, how far am I willing to go? As far as I need to, but I never feel the need to go that far. I guess is the answer, as unsatisfying as that is. Krinkels, personally, watch pissy fights on YouTube. It would be very, very funny. What are pissy fights, Solar Bullet? You want to clear that one up for me? You're always yelling at me. Well, yeah, it's fun. So why does all the blood catch up in mustard? Because it catches the eye. Yeah, like, all this stuff is in service to entertainment. All of it. So, rule of cool, like, absolutely dominates. So let's think about where I want people to stand. Do I want multiple people or do I just want one? Guys, let's think about this. because like the idea is that this picture is supposed to show extreme isolation, so I don't want it to be like, here's Demos, he's smoking and leaning against the wall like a fucking asshole. There's Sanford, and I don't know, maybe he's like fishing or something, and then Doc is over here playing with his iPad. Like, nothing like that, nothing like that. I would really like to keep it as like one guy just showing off like he's not happy. So like, I don't know, maybe it's Doc, and he's got like a hand up here, and his other hand down there, and he's just like, man... Something like that. Maybe the tablet's like back here, like he's tired, just threw it on the fucking ground. You know what I'm saying? Does that seem like sad? Does that seem not sad? Could I push it further? Oh no, he looks like he's gonna jump. He knows that would never work. He knows goddamn well that wouldn't work. For people who are in the official Madness PM, are people in there friendly? I'm so scared of them. You mean the official Madness Project Nexus Discord? They're... I mean, as chaotic as any Discord goes, I'd call them plenty friendly. Are you saying Doc is isolated and lonely? Sky does MPN. I should hope the storytelling behind MPN's arena mode should dictate, or at least glimmer some insight into how alone, how catastrophically alone Doc is. That's not something we have talked about too much, but we've hinted at. Doc is an iPad baby. Yeah, see? It feeds into it. Don't be an iPad baby. Maybe we could put his mask over here, too. Would that be too sad? Let's get to it. Oops. Does Doc keep bringing other people back because he wants friends? If that was actually like the reasoning, that'd be fucking great. Is there anything that the mask hides? Not really. It's just bandages and shit like everyone else. Sadwolffurry.jpg. How dare you? He's got a 3-Wolf Moon poster in his fucking room. This DK98 with 30 bits. Bits for Sad Doc. Oh shit, Sad Doc gets 1 out of 3 gambles. Friggin' cool. Thank you very much. Social butterflies can be lonely. Sky does MPN. That's absolutely something that can happen. In fact, I think it happens a lot. See something about Doc's attire. Doc. He truly has dementia. Well, I mean, since you guys do such an incredible job of maintaining the lore, I can just go ahead and forget shit. Krinkels, I got the basic shapes and splatters, but I'm struggling with the details that make it more bloodlight. You probably need dots. Dots and squiggly lines, brother. Squiggly lines and dots. Sometimes big dots, sometimes little dots. But remember, a lot of details here, not so many details here. Dude, learning to draw hands kicks ass. I have to absolutely encourage everyone here who is interested in art to learn, study hands, draw a hand every day. God, it's so good. It's like bench pressing 200 pounds. Like, not everyone can do it, and you want to just lord it over other people. Do you guys hear echo on the music? It's pretty loud in here. I like listening to it. Any shading tips, Kay? Well, figure out where your light source is and respect it. Music is a little loud. Oh, I see. See, like, yeah, when it comes to light, I have to encourage you to, like, do practice studies, like, instead of trying to apply light to what you're working on right now, take time, and of course this is just more of that crap where I'm just gonna like run you into iterative studies. Draw like a cube. You know, you can draw a cube, that's easy enough. And then consider a light source and then just practice this shit. Practice it. Understand that this is what that is. You know, lean into it, you know, make it look great. But then try, you know, another cube, or yeah, we'll do another cube. Got a little thrown off there. And then put the light something closer to here so that like you get kind of like a shading effect like out here because of whatever beveling might be on the cube, you know, and then like stretch this out because you're considering the line from here to where it terminates. You know, like that, casting a much longer shadow that way. This of course gets into much more complicated stuff, and I feel like I should probably center a whole bunch of blathering around it. But ultimately, like, it's such a big ass topic that all I could really say from here is just study it. Like, think about where light is coming from all the time and let it consume your thoughts. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes about this stuff, but like, here, let's see if we can't like find another drawing and I can just sort of like, come on. Let's see here. In fact, yeah, we'll just grab him. So like right here, we've got this, I've got some shading on it, but let's go ahead and erase that just for now. So like, this is what I got right here. And like, and I know what these forms are. I've drawn this. Let's see. We'll go to a multiply layer. Give you some of that. And something I like to do is, so let's pretend the light is here. This is where the light is. Light's coming from here. So that means get real sloppy with it. It doesn't have to be perfect on your first go. Consider the shadow. Consider where the shadow is. The shadow is all this. The shadow is all this, all of it. You know, just block out huge swaths of where light cannot reach. you know, the main light, the key light, as it were. Ambient light is going to be in here. Don't worry. There will be ways to light this up. Ambient lights, or, you know, the passive light that's kind of everywhere. Back here. And so, like, you got this kind of shape here, and then ultimately you just kind of like find an area and start carving it out like you would with the pencils. So, like, here, you kind of like, you're respecting the fact that this is a couple tubes held parallel to the light, so you got to kind of do that. Pull out some of this because these knuckles are also kind of like precluding some light. This whole front here is still facing that, so consider that and move on. All this still buried. All this still buried. It's all buried. In fact, we're pretty close to being done with this just by that. So, like, ultimately that's, I hope this is somewhat, how do I shade BGs? The same way you shade a person, just much larger. And I don't have a BG handy to show you how I would approach that, save for this. So, okay. Let's go ahead and start considering a light source. I'm going to set this to multiply. Here is my light source. It is a star. This star is maybe something like right here. You see this angle I'm getting? That's where it kind of exists. It's above Doc, off to his right. So that means Doc... Oops, let's get a nice fat marker. Doc is going to have a shadow like crazy, like here. This whole wall completely buried. This whole wall completely buried. This whole lower wall completely buried. A lot of this down here completely buried. The fact that this light would come over here completely buried all this. All that too. And then, you know, clean it up as you go. You're just using... squinting at it, like trying to figure out where all this stuff is. In fact, I kind of like this light source, but then like there's a whole bunch. There's a like lighting is deep and broad in terms of like what needs to go into it, what needs to be considered, because you also have your ambient occlusion lights, which are gonna like fit into these little cavities here where light can't get into as easily, and that's usually described as corners of the room. If you look in your bedroom, even in your bedroom, you look up in the corner and you see how it's a little darker in the corners, and that's because the light can't get in there as aggressively as it can on flat surfaces. So these little areas here are going to pick up a little bit of shadow. So, you know, represent that. And what's more is that it is represented on top of the key light. So this would not be precisely correct, but what we would do is add another multiply layer and see, and then you get this kind of like doubled up effect of, you know, ambient occlusion occurring in an area where only ambient light is. So, you know, there is ambient occlusion here, and then it's much darker here. Maybe not this much darker, but if this is making sense, then I'm happy. But I not much of a teacher, but I can try to relay what I've picked up over time. So yeah, I hope that was useful. Go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, Doctor. All right, let's get back to drawing. So let me knock out this real quick. Yeah, much better. What have we drawn, the Corey? Oh, I can't read words sideways, but I can see the face. That looks cool. I see two faces. Keeping cursive alive, and I respect that. What did I miss? Just me blathering about shadows. Give Doc his mohawk? Well, then he wouldn't be sad. He's sad because he doesn't have a mohawk. And don't forget, practice hands every goddamn day. Wonder if I'm even going to finish this, or should it just be a pencil drawing? And if that's going to be the case, how far do I take the shading? In fact, I'm going to run the shading out. I really like that shadow work pass I did. I'm going to kind of revisit that once I feel a little more confident. Oh boy, more art! Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Wait, that link doesn't get me anything. Crazy emo hair. You mean like this sad boy nonsense? Do kids exist in Nevada? I ain't seen none. I ain't seen no kids. Oh, shit, man. I like to think that childhood is like a Mandela effect on grunts. They remember having one, but don't actually have one. That makes me think of, I think it was Dark City, where like the whole city was just, it existed in darkness, in night. You know, it was a vessel that was pointed away from the sun, so there was never sunlight on it. But everyone in the world Didn't realize that. And like the protagonist asked someone in the world, he's like, hey, do you remember the last time you saw the sun? He's like, well, of course I've seen the sun. And can't for the life of him fucking remember. And I thought that was kind of an interesting world building element that they had there. Man, that actually looks kind of alright. You know what we could do? Let's go back to the multiply layer here. Set up the shadows so that like let's see. Set up the shadows so it's nice long shadow, you see. Put the shadow like right there. And then, of course, just do whatever you need to do everywhere else. And then, you know, be cheeky. Like that. Oh, Christ. Hang on. On the topic of Sanford's Ma. I have to scroll a lot, guys. Sorry, hang on. There's a lot of words here. Did he just... Where did it go? There it is. Download right to the desktop. Sakes, why did I pick Winamp? Yeah, I can't be using this. Can you hear him talking?
I love killing, and I love sweet talking about killing, and I love talking about killing.
Can't hear that at all?
Too much. A lot. I love talking about killing a lot. My wife hates it. My wife hates killing. My wife hates talking about killing at dinner time. I don't know. She hates dinner time killing talking. I don't know what I'm talking about. You talk about...
Sorry, it's a very funny little bit. I can't make it louder. I can make that louder, though. I love that clip. It's great. Okay. In fact, I can probably just mash that down. Wait, no. Had nothing to do with Sanford's mama, his wife, whatever. Is that too small? I think you're right. Amethyst with 100. And it lost. I have to go now. I have to work tomorrow. Awesome art as always, Krinkels. See you on Sunday. Yes. Oh, wait, not this Sunday. Not this Sunday. I'm going to go see some pals down in Atlanta, and I will not be here this Sunday. I will be back, shit, next Thursday? Just kind of looking at it like how it. I love this thing. Ooh, I can't see for shit in here. It is much too difficult to draw on this thing. Any hopes of doing an entire stream in this thing just dashed. There's no way. To be drawing. With the mask and then have Gianni attempt to voice over you in real time. God, that would be funny as hell. That would be the funniest thing. Will you ever do more incidents? I love all the ones you've made in the past. I'd like to make some more incidents, but right now I've got to finish E2 and start working on the next giant monster piece, Madness 13, which will take at least 2 years. So I'm going to ask you now not to ask about it. Actually, I'm going to take a little bio break here. Let's... That'll do. I'll be right back. The hell are you guys talking about? One gay man to combat while I was gone. You didn't think I'd find out? Did it at least go into the little cup? Yay, yippee, yahoo, probably? Gay bits went to gambling. Gay gambling? On my streams? Yag. And now he's gonna marry Sanford. It did. It went in. Do you wanna... So how you guys been doing? And if you guys want to see the inside of the Doc mask, yeah, that's what he sees all day. You can see what it looks like when he has to look at me. Yeah, terrible, right? Can't see shit. That thing's fucking cool! You haven't got any updates from Crescent Mage? Shake him down. Shake her down. If you gave them money, you could shake the shit out of them. I don't know. As someone who formerly did a lot of commission work, speed is important. Yeah, just keep shaking that tree. We all remember your commissions, yes. Did you order one while they were available? Do I remember you from a drawing? Why is Doc sad, bald, and no friends? Me in 10 years, though. Okay, bye, guys. Have a good stream. Thank you for dropping by. I have a bunch of Madcom stuff that's really cool. I want to send it so bad along with a little money. Don't worry about the money. But if you have links to share, the people in chat would love to see them. That was my genuine laugh. You drew a hand for practice. Is that your own hand? Let's look at it. That is a hand. Would you like some red lines on it to kind of help you out with this, or are you just sharing? No, I copied a reference from Pinterest. Red lines. Okay, so, I mean, the first thing I see when I see this are to point out that, one of the most important things of a hand is, like, the fact that your thumb, this fatty shit, and this are kind of like all the same thing. Imagine your thumb coming from the opposite side of your hand all the way across. Like, that's the entirety of your thumb. And if you regard it like that, it gets a little easier to compartmentalize. So, like, here, I'm just going to kind of draw up thumb joint nonsense. I'm probably way off on this, but it should give you an idea. So, like, there's that. You got a little knuckle there because, you know, your little half thing. I have to consult my own notes. And with that in place, you start to regard like what it might be holding and what it might be pressing and changing the shape of the thumb. And then, of course, with that, you start wondering what's up with all these fingers. In fact, I got a little confused by the lines here. So this to this. This to this last knuckle up like so. So that's kind of where I would put the finger. So let's go ahead and knock you out of the way a little bit. And then as far as the knuckles go, the knuckles aren't a straight line along your hand. They're kind of ish, but like they tilt that way. So your knuckles behind here are going to be like here, 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 and here, which means when in doubt, when it comes to art, drawing of the hand, when in doubt, bean it out. So like you have this kind of bean shape. Oops. You got this kind of bean shape, the one that's coming up from behind. Then you got another right here, then another right here. Then just erase till it's sane, if that makes any sense. Then of course get rid of that, that's in the back. And then just kind of draw more beans. And then of course regard the top and bottom parts of your hand because those are important things to parse out. Another one like that. And of course the fingers get shorter as they get further down the hand. A little bit of that, a little bit of that. So, I mean, if I were to actually do this, I would probably like really kind of bring the fingers in because they're wrapped up pretty good. And ultimately that's kind of how I do it, and I'm very bad at explaining how I arrived at that. You got these two little bones here. Easy enough. But yeah, that's generally how I would have approached this. I hope that's helpful. Of course, keep asking questions, watch other people draw art or hands, and of course draw as many of them as you can, because you can stick this stuff in your head, but unless you practice it with your hands, it's useless. The knowledge, I mean to say. It's like learning how to shoot a gun from a book or just shooting a goddamn gun. Or like any skill, really. Archery, you could read about lining up the arrow with this, you pull this back, you know how to stand. But unless you do it and let your body get used to it and let your mind kind of run over the concept over and over and over again until it's imprinted in your neurons, you're going to be having a hard time. So to clarify, you're always going to be having a hard time with art because you're always learning, but this is how you mantle concepts. Krinkels suggests his fans shoot a gun. Yes, it will teach you a lot. It will teach you what violence is. I'm back with some more art of my OC. I'm going to go ahead and just keep drawing. I'm way behind on my quota of lines. Was that a raid with 4? Hell yeah, the Plague Bunny official. Thank you very much for dropping by, guys. What kind of nonsense did you guys get up to? Was good starting a cult? Oh, hell yeah. It's tough to be sure of anything in this world, but if you can be sure of your fellow cultists, then, you know, things may be not so bad. The to be house. Using my Madcom OC PNG tuber. What? I keep thinking maybe I should get into that PNG tuber nonsense. You know, especially as I get bald and friendless, you know, people don't want to see that, so I gotta make myself a little VTuber doc. I didn't want to share that cough with you. My homeboy was Picasso. We were buddies. That fucking cool, man. Posted this on Discord. Krinkels, can you flex? There you go. How do you feel about Smiling Friends ending? I think it's pretty fucking cool, personally. I'm in the camp of good. I can't wait to see what these guys do next. Zach Hadel is a natively funny dude. Like, him just being in the room makes everything goddamn funnier. So I'm not worried. I don't feel like we've lost anything. I don't feel like we're being cheated out of anything. I feel like whatever he makes next is going to be even better. That's how I feel about that. I'm excited. Zach Hadel is far too a funny man to be stuck on one show forever. Because you know he's going to drag all his friends there too. We're going to see more sick animation as a voice actor and shit. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great even. Bring all his pals. Shit will still be funny. It's not like it show ended and humor is banned now. What happened to Doc's afro? I mean, had to go, otherwise he couldn't fit his head into the bar. Song kicks ass. What? That fucking heart rate monitor sound in the back? That's cute. I like that. Beep, 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 beep. Oof, gotta skip there. Made my heart go. Is Doc smashing his head against the wall? No, no, no. He's just looking over the ledge. Alright, the furry head. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Oh, you posted a Discord link, dude. I'm not opening Discord links like that in my fucking browser. Gel pen art, sure. Oh, hey, look at that. Cool. Did Doc buy himself a tower? It's not really a tower. There's nothing down there. It is a tower that descends. This structure hangs from the ceiling, brother. Dimple dots? Well, like... He just looks dirty now. Actually, fuck it, that looks great. He's fucking dirty, he's tired, he's alone. Yeah, he looks like shit. Wonderful. Yes, yes. Add a whole new layer of misery. What's my problem? I like singling out OCs and torturing them for weeks. He lost like $5 gambling. Yeah, he found a gambling site on his iPad and lost $8, and now he's real fucking salted about it. I might chase this one all the way out into like a colored piece though, because I like this. Especially if I can make that lighting look good. Newgrounds version, let's go. Oof, he got a little stab. See, yeah, no, it's already a little better than what it was. Just keep going, man, practice. Draw many bloods. It's looking much better than where you were. I wonder what Doc's breathing sounds like through the mask. Is it Darth Vader like? Probably not. I can't imagine that the mask actually impedes his ability to speak. That's not really a thing that happens. Going climbing tomorrow morning. These little hands are gonna get torn up. Messy, unkept mohawk for the win. Hey, good job. You got it in the Demos Cup. So let's go ahead and just start splattering some shadows out. Mm-hmm. Bum, bum, bum. Rum. Dum, bum, 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 bum. God, I love the progression of this song. It's good. I just realized I'm going to be in for a world of hurt because these shadows are complicated and terrible. Oh, but it's going to look... It's already looking pretty cool. I'm like kind of excited about this. Yeah, I'm locked in, sorry. A world of heart. Sorry, my hands are excited. They're excited about climbing walls. I really like climbing walls. I like not losing weight while I climb walls so it stays difficult. Practicing blood in hands. Any critiques? I have many critiques. I don't know, this looks pretty fucking good to me. I mean, like, if you want to critique that hand on this, unless it's like on a book or something, it could probably also be thrown up. Because that just... It looks like you drew that because it was an easy shape. Not to call you out, but it should be just also like or like out in front or something. This hand right here, freaking great, wonderful. Do the same thing with this one. You might lose it a little bit. You might need to tuck it back here. Maybe throw this one out that way to help that. But like, I don't know. I like the little ring there. I like all this splat. You know, it's coming out real nasty. I might like, I don't know. If I were to suggest, I would try and work this into some sort of cavity that you could see into. Here, I'll show you. So like, yeah, you just take your black line here and just kind of, whoops, kind of maybe soften that out a little bit. that because, like, you know, you're creating like a rim there. You see what I'm saying? Like this ring here kind of suggests that the head is being blown out, and this is like an extra, like, rounded piece of flesh that is sort of like, you can see, like, kind of. I'm trying to describe it with lines more than words, but does that make any sense? And, like, of course, break this shit up as much as you care to. Like, you know, do that. Cut another line in like so, and do like that. Maybe like a hole there where more gas is escaping because a violent thing is occurring. But yeah, primarily it's that hand. From one artist to another, it looks like you got lazy, and you can do better. So I hope that is helpful. Kind of dumb question considering the series, but what animal is farmed to make meat? I think you mentioned something about bugs a while back, but my memory sucks. Your memory's fine. I barely mentioned it. They don't eat bugs, they eat matter. The pipeline is basically they take dirt out of the ground and turn it into everything. That's what Merck's whole thing is. There's all sorts of science to it. The deeper you go, the different kinds of matter you get, but ultimately they're just yanking material out of the ground and turning it into food, buildings, or whatever. So that's that. I hope Dirt Burger. Yes, I hope you're hungry. Okay, that looks pretty good. This is looking, oh, see, I'm using like rulers and shit. This is like one of those rare moments where I'm like excited about art I'm making. I might just be feeling manic right now. I'm gonna put this down, walk away, come back and be like, ugh, it's terrible, blah, blah. But I don't know, just being open with my mind because that's a fun thing to do. Wait, that means vegans don't exist? I mean, probably not. A vegan would just be someone who doesn't eat meat. Most of them probably aren't vegans then, or are vegans, technically. Unless, of course, the matter they pull out of the ground is turned into something living and then devoured. Is that, I don't know, that might be kind of... Krinkels is using his art degree. That's the funny part. I ain't got no degree. I ain't got any degree. I am uneducated. I am a feral man out here. What's my temperature floating around at? Yeah, 81C. Isn't that fucking nuts? Well, the cannibals aren't vegans. I mean, there's that. Based meat eaters. Funny. Real funny. This song makes me think of the YouTube timer calm down thing, or countdown. You know, like when you're doing a premiere, and it plays that real tame music at you. Real well professionally put together music. Reminds me of that. Like I'm counting down. And I'm about to get real nervous. Yeah, Monochronic made that song. Monochronic is a very good musician. Knows his stuff. All right, what you got there? Is he just eating a pile of sand? Is it his favorite? Eating sand? Wonderful. Wonderful, thank you. What? Wee! What the fuck did I push? Okay, so this looks like a nice little stump of a drawing, and I feel like over time I could turn this into something pretty interesting. Maybe even like something for the old art gallery. Like, I don't know, I'm not mad about it. Shadow primary. Wait, let me try something else right quick. What the fuck? Oh yeah, get out of here. I don't need you now. Okay, where's my line layer? Oh yeah, smash those together. So, connected pixels only. This. Just want all of the gaps given to me now. One there. There's one right back there somewhere hiding from me. Probably fine. This shows promise. This absolutely shows friggin' promise. Thank you guys for sitting here and watching me just kind of crank some really lame nonsense out that wound up turning into something pretty interesting. How long am I going to keep streaming for? I'm very hungry and I need to eat something, so this is going to be the end of the stream right here. I'm going to go ahead and make myself a copy so I can post this on the old social medias, maybe. That drawing exists? Yeah. So, okay. This weekend I'm out of town. I'm visiting some friends out of town. And so Sunday stream will be off, but I'd like to go ahead and get a stream in on Tuesday since, you know, it'll have been a while. So Tuesday we'll come back and we'll work on this some more because I feel like with some color and just turning this into a project, I think it might be a lot of fun. So to the 50 of you that stuck around, thank you very much for sticking around and just watching me bash my way through this ridiculous looking art. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Tuesday. How's that sound? All right. So we're going to go ahead and kick you off here. Bye.